Hello guys, so today is May 2018 and that roughly marks a decade of me in the flashlight world, okay? I started out in 2018, that was a year before I graduated. Yeah, I was basically just buying really cheap budget lights from Deal Extreme and enjoyed them very much. So one funny story, the brightest LED at the time that I found was the Seoul SSC P7, and that was like the 600 lumen LED or something. And I remember it was from a brand that was like ... fire, right? I can't remember, Fendi Fire or something like that. It wasn't Ultra Fire, it was something Fire, Spider Fire, something like that. So it was cheap, it was $40. Actually, at the time, $40 was a lot of money. So I took it to shower, I left it on, and it went out midway me taking a shower, and I didn't know that leaving it unattended, it would overheat and died. So that was the first time I was exposed to a really bright light. Overheating kills itself. And then that's when I really got into flashlights. I was like, why is it so hot? So I started buying much more brighter lights, take them apart, and then just see what all goes on the inside. And then I started with P60. And, you know, within the 10 years that I've been on CPF and just in this flashlight hobby, I've kind of witnessed some of the ups and downs and the advancements of some of the companies. Ace Beam stands out to be one of them. So I remember they originally started out as Supbeam, and then at one point, a very short point in time, they were Micro Blue Bear. Okay, I still have some of the copper MC PCBs that have Micro Blue Bear on it. It's supposed to be something like a lucky. It means something lucky in Chinese. I'm not really sure what it is. But yeah, Micro Blue Bear. So that was kind of cute in my opinion. Actually, I kind of prefer Micro Blue Bear to even like today's Ace Beam. Ace Beam is too legit, you know. Micro Blue Bear. That's just kind of cute. Anyhow, so Ace Beam clearly step up their game, and now they're one of the biggest player. They're now competing with the biggest players like Ace Beams, and even they're giving Surefires and Zebra Lights and a lot of different brands a hard time. So definitely one of the bigger player now today. Manker. I didn't know anything about Manker for a little while until after they were out, okay? And honestly, I'm kind of, I think it's fair to say that I'm kind of witnessing their continuous advancement, and I'm continually impressed, okay? Let me show you some of the products that I actually started with them on, okay? Here is a Manker E14. This light is somewhat a rebadge Astrolux S41. I think they look the same at least. Let me just stand this up, so stop rolling. And it was a really good light. It looks solid, copper head, quad LED. It's a really good light, and I think this is one of my first Manker light, the E14. Still really good light, excellent light for that matter. Honestly, I would pick this light over a D4, the very hot selling D4 VN. The D4 VN has that ramping UI that some people like. I'm personally a fan of more discrete levels and rear switch, and I prefer the much larger copper heatsink here to pull away the heat from the quad LEDs. That's just me, okay? Although not to take anything away from the D4, which is a great light all on its own, okay? So I think this is the light I think that started me with Manker, and it's a really good light. I thought it was really good quality light, but like I said, it's likely, I'm not sure, but it's likely just a rebranded Astrolux. So that's that. My first real Manker light that I think actually made by Manker was the MK34, and this to me is still one of my currently favorite light. It's kind of like an octagon light that I have here, but you know, the triangular smaller head makes it much easier to hold than this big round head, and it's quite a bit smaller, okay? So yeah, I really like this Manker light, the Manker MK34 VN. Likely one of the best pocket flutters, okay? But there are a few things that I wasn't really impressed with the Manker M34 VN. That's just mostly in the anodizations. It feels a little thin, and I think that they have stepped up a little bit, but they still need to step up on the anodization because it's not as strong as other brands. I know that because when I do the engraving, they can, not always, but once in a while, I'll get a light that seems to chip a little, the anodization to chip a little easier. And with regular, if I use this light in a rough manner, I feels like the anodization doesn't hold up as well as, say, Phoenix or Surefires, okay? Really, nowadays, anodization is really what the main thing that steps out from, make a company step out from the rest in terms of build quality, because they are pretty good with their thermal path and all of that now. And then Manker, ignore the gap here, this is just a testing sample. Manker U21 VN. This light is absolutely amazing with the Oscillon, and I'm so in love with this light. I sold so many of this light. And then when the U22 VN came out, a much smaller light, yet the battery has almost the same capacity and also has built-in USB port. Can't, you know, gotta love the U22. It's basically a really baby version of the U21 VN. So I have it right here so you guys can see this price, the size differences. So both of these are exceptional Manker quality lights. If there's anything that I can ask for is smaller prints, because I think it's a little bit much. But and I'm not really a fan of the knurlings, the over design in the body here. I don't think it's a very beautifully sleek light. The head is really nice, thin and sleek. I wish the body has a more uniform, like say this knurling right here, because it's just not the same. There's knurling down here, there's no knurlings up here, and then there's a flat cut throughout the middle, and there's a bunch of indent flat cuts here. The design just does, to me, doesn't seem like it flows together. And I think once I realized that, I can't really unsee it, how there's anodized down here and not up here. I wish the whole thing was anodized with very minimal prints. But performance-wise, these two lights are amazing. And you can just kind of tell that the fit and finish and the build quality steps up every single model. So there's every single time that they release a new light, I can see it. I can see it, and that's pretty amazing. And then the Manker M35. Now this light is legit. Okay, it is ultra heavy. They did not skimp on material in this light. It has a really strong stainless bezel, so you can now see, oh, they're stepping up their game now. Really thick glass, almost flawless reflector. Nice attention to detail. Okay, what a light. Relatively compact. Okay, I know it seems really big, but if you compare this, say, to like a TN42, then all of a sudden it looks small, right? And you know, the TN42 is not huge in terms of large dedicated throwers, right? This is a good size. I have small hands, and I think it's a good size. So you can clearly see here that the MK35 is quite a bit smaller. See that? Quite a bit smaller. So that's a really attractive size. And this is the host that is going to get a bunch of different LEDs. There's going to be two versions of this light on my store. The XHP35 HI version that have the D4 ramping. Basically, it has to be LFGT circuit in this light. So we'll have the ramping feature and driving the LED close to its max with the XHP35 HI LED. I'm not sure if that's this sample here. Oh, it is this sample here. See that? So that's pretty cool. Now, I think this light is well-rounded. You can find them on my store. Really, really nice light. Can't say enough good things about this light, except for that really odd, again, I don't know why. They carry that non-attractive body design in all of their lights. So you can see here, see? It's like, what did the guy do? Like a drag and drop of the same design. So, if you can overcome that, it's a good-looking light, all right? It's a good... not good looking. It's a good looking from like here to here, and then there it just bugs me because they almost got it. All right, but it's a really good performing light, and nothing bad to say about this light. The extra heft really handles the what you call it, the heat perfectly. All right, I didn't sell many of these, but it's a good product. Manker. What model is this? If I'm not mistaken, this is the PL10. All right, this one is in stainless steel, rather heavy. It's a pen light with the pen feature, with the light feature in the head here. All right, there you go. Oh, I'm not going to turn it on, but you see there's a light here in the head. Okay, and it comes with refills. There's a tungsten head here, so you can break your glass. It's like a tactical pen, multi-feature. I think it's very innovative. How there's like a 3-feature in one, glass breaker, really strong metal light, pen here with refills, and then there's O-rings everywhere, and then there's a light in the front. So it's a really compact pen, tactical pen light. Okay. But I think one of the reasons that it doesn't sell very well is because it's a little heavy. It's not too heavy, but for me, it's a bit of a heft, especially on your front shirt pocket. So it's a good light. Doesn't sell very well, but it's a good light. Okay. I think it's kind of underrated, really. All right. So this pen is gorgeous. Also by Manker. What's the model number of this pen? PL20. And this is again a tactical pen. Okay, tungsten head, and this light is just gorgeous. There you go. You have a pen here. This goes in the back, like that, like so. I don't know if you want to put it in the back because you might scratch this, the titanium, because it is a titanium pen light. But just look how nice it is, how beautiful it is, and it also comes with like 3-4 refills, Parker refills, I think. Really nice quality light. Pen. Look at the pocket clip, which is beautiful. So I don't know if this is a rebranded Manker product or not, but it is beautiful. I don't see Manker printed on it anywhere, so it kind of, oh, there it is. I lied. Definitely lied. There it is. Manker. So yep, this is a Manker product, but it is just beautiful. Not sure if it's rebranded still, but it is a beautiful product, right? Really nice tactical pen. I love this pen. I've bought a bunch and given them away as gifts, and they write really nicely. Oh, Manker E21. Look at that futuristic pen light. I don't have this on my store yet. I'm gonna add it to my store, but likely I'll just have an LED swap option because it's a really good light, and you can run this as a two 18650. I mean two AAAs. Or you can run it as a single AAA by removing the center body section right here. Honestly, I feel like this light is a bit over-designed. But at the same time, I think that's the beauty of this light. It's kind of over-designed, but then you can have it really sleek when it comes down to here. But look at it. It's just really futuristic light. Okay? Really nice, cool button. You know, I'm not sure if this is stainless or titanium because it feels like really light, but solid as well. Really nice light, okay? There you go. Then you can have it at 2x18650. There's a lot of pen lights out there, but if you want the most futuristic one, this is it. Okay, so we are 13 minutes into the video, and I haven't even talked about the light the main light that is I want to talk about. The MK39 Ranger. I'm going to show you the user interface of this light in a completely separate video so that, oh, this is a gift from them to me, Skylumen. I think they sent several people test samples, and this is a testing sample. More or less a prototype, okay? But I am impressed, and look at it. It's a very well thought out light. Let's talk about everything possible without demonstrating the UI, because I'll have a separate video demonstrating the user interface, which I feel is excellently executed. So here we have 2 quads, okay? And there's an XHP35HI there. I am not sure, but look at that. Those 2 reflectors look like very close. Sorry about the O-rings popping out. This is just a testing sample. So the 2 reflectors looks like they're really close. So it leads me to believe that this is the 2. Basically, you have 2 E14s here, like so, and U21VN down here. So you have really nice perfect flood up here, nice mass for heat sinking, and then you have a U22VN throw here. I'm not really into handle light, but this is the first. This is really an exception. Okay. Let me just shut up for a minute and just show you guys how nice this light is. this light have really kicked Manker up a notch. Build quality, perfect. Really, really nice. Look at that. Okay, so let me take this apart so you guys can kind of see how the batteries are put on. So there's 4 batteries in there that goes in like so, and you can't really do them wrong. Okay, I'm gonna have to take it away from the camera real quick. Okay, then you twist this on. The cool thing is you can also take out, the handle cannot be removed. So the handle is fixed onto the body of the light. I am not sure if this part can be removed, but there is a lanyard hole there, so you can put on a lanyard or a wrist strap. Okay, there's a hot tripod, hot shoe screw mount here. You can mount this on a tripod. I imagine that would work really well with the floodlights. And the handle and the balance of the weight and the size, it just feels right. Okay, not many handle lights feels right. This one feels right. The MK39, it seems like the, in my opinion, the font is a little off here. The 39 looks all slim, and the MK39 just doesn't really look together. The font and spacing doesn't really look together. Ranger looks fine. Prints here, that's all right. Again, they can't help but carry that design that they have in all of their handle onto every light. So this is something you got to live with. It's a very heavy, substantial light, so it heat sinks very well. For now, the only version that I have on my store that you can order is the boosted version, and it's an excellent price. I think it's around $200. You get a boosted version that's about 1,000 lumen brighter than the factory version is about 6,000 lumen, and the boosted version is about 7. Okay, so very, very nice light. You get an extra 1,000 lumen, but you have my warranty, and that's that. All right. You don't have to ship things back to China should it needs to be serviced. There's going to be a much crazier, expensive version that I don't think... I'm probably going to do just a few of because it's such a cool hose. I want to utilize it and build some exceptional light, an exceptional piece. I'm going to put all XHP35 HIs in these LEDs. So that's going to really up the output on these 2 flutters, and I'm gonna put driver ENX2 on like 2 driver ENX2. Each one will power a switch that will what do you call it? Power the LEDs, the throw and the throw group, the thrower and the flood group individually. So I think that would be pretty neat. 2 driver ENX2 dedicated to the buttons, powering them separately, and you're gonna get more output with XHP35 HIs up here instead of XPLs. But yeah, that's gonna be an expensive build. Probably just gonna build a few of those because yeah, this is price prohibiting for mass production, so to speak. Okay, but really excellent light. Okay, throws very well, floods very well, perfect beam, just completely artifacts free, and I think that is just. That's perfect. And the UI is what really like the game for this. This is like it lays the standards for this light. The UI. At first, I wasn't impressed with the user interface, but then I got used to it, and then I was like, yeah, that's really good. That's really well executed with the flood and throw portion of the light. Okay. So yeah, if Manker continues to make light this great, one of these days, all the competitors should beware. I did talk to Manker though. They did say that they're not trying to compete with anybody but themselves. They want to have their own design, and that's that. So they're not really competing with anybody. They're just competing with themselves, making really good products, and I really like them. I really like the people at Manker also. Really good people out there. on that side. So if something ever is wrong, if you buy a stock light from them and something goes wrong, I am damn sure they're gonna take care of you. They take care of me as a vendor. So can't say enough good things about them and the recent Ranger VN. Okay, or should I call this the MK39 VN? Anyhow, what a wonderful light with a handle. I tend to skip most of the handle lights out there, but because I'm not a handle fan, but this one is amazing. Throw, flood, wonderfully executed. And the internals are really well put together as well. Really. The way that it heat sinks is just really nice. What else can I say? It's just really nice. All right. Love it. I can't believe I am in love with a light with a handle. All right. That's that, guys. Thank you.